Next up, we have Alice Kwak, who's a policy research analyst with the Electric School Bus Initiative. She researches and advocates for electric school bus policies and shapes the development of associated state programs. Alice graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in Neuroscience and a minor in Anthropology from the University of Notre Dame. Additionally, she recently obtained her Master's of Public Health degree from Yale University, where she specialized in climate change and health policy. Welcome, Alice.
Hi, everybody. Hopefully people can hear and see me all right. I apologize. I'm having unbelievable tech issues today. So if I go off camera in the middle of this, it's because I have some iffy Wi-Fi. But I'm on my phone right now, and I'm really excited to be here to speak with you all on some really cool tools and resources that are readily available for your guys' own electrification journey. Next slide, please. So just a quick overview into the organization of WRI. We're a research organization that works on a global network of more than 1,400 experts. We bring experts together to collaborate on a variety of industries, to focus on the issues of e-mobility and transportation. And for the purpose of this webinar, we are advancing equitable transition to ESBs in the US. Next slide, please. All right. So this is just a brief summary of the variety of tools offered by WRI. This is just a few of them, not all. So let me emphasize, we have a bunch of resources on our website that are all free and really easy to access. So please take some time to look through it, and we'll provide the links after this webinar to everyone. So our resources range from TA or technical assistance and infrastructure resources to case studies to step-by-step guides to a data dashboard with some adoption stats. So the next slide is going to detail an array of tools that can help with your own clean school bus application, but feel free to peruse the website anytime for anything ESB related more generally, even if it's not CSBP specific. Next slide, please. All right, so these are a bunch of links that I've added here. The ones I really want to emphasize for everyone's attention today is the very top one, the how to apply for a CSBP or the Clean School Bus Program funding page. This gives you all the information you're going to need to know to complete your application. It's a lot less detailed than some of our all about pages, which you'll see in the box below. Those all about pages give you more of a deeper dive into the topics at hand and what you'll need to access these various funding opportunities. So we have all about pages on total cost of ownership, tax credits, more generally the Clean School Bus Program. I won't go too much into the tax credits because I know Maggie covered them earlier. And I'm going to cover TCO in the upcoming slide, but just some tools there for your own time. I'd also like to highlight that our All About Working with Utilities page includes a power planner, which is essentially a step-by-step guide on what you'll need to know in order to work with electric utilities on infrastructure planning, kind of tying into what Christina was talking about earlier. We also have some tools in the box below, a market study guide, which gives you an overview of the electric school bus market, and a catalog that presents the school bus models available today. We also have various tools on workforce training and a hub on all things batteries. Additionally, we have a data dashboard, as you can see in the top right box, that hosts a bunch of stats and information, some state-specific information, as well as more national information on the current landscape of electric school bus adoption. What I really want to emphasize is this very last box here on the bottom right. There are opportunities for one-on-one office hours, one-on-one meetings with technical experts through either WRI, we have our office hours, or NREL, the National Renewable Energy Lab. From my understanding, NREL has this opportunity that's been very underutilized. So we highly encourage folks to pick up that opportunity. All these links will be available to you after the webinar, so I will be sure to circulate that around. But yes, next slide, please. So this is what the how to apply for CSP funding page looks like. I won't go too much into this, but it gives you some quick answers to a lot of the big questions that surround this upcoming round of funding. Next slide, please. All right, so real quick, I know I'm over time, so I'll be very brief with this. This is our total cost of ownership tool. This comes out of our All About page for this, which hosts a calculator. I highly encourage everyone to go on the website and kind of put in your own information to see what realistically the total cost of ownership of an electric school bus would be versus like a diesel or some other counterpart bus. We see TCO as the sum of all current and future capital, operating and financial revenues that are associated with the ownership of an asset. So in this case, an electric school bus. And after you put it in the calculator, you'll get some scenarios as shown here. On the very left, you see what the diesel total cost of ownership looks like, and we'll compare it to these other scenarios here. The first one, after the diesel, is a scenario with an electric school bus with 45W, the tax credit. If you remember, this is that $40,000 tax credit that goes to the procurement of the electric school bus. It can be applied to the upfront cost, and in this case, it brings the lifetime TCO in this scenario down to $530,000. And just for reference, this credit is available as direct payment to school districts. So for tax exempt entities such as a public school, you'll be able to cash in on this tax credit, which is great. The next scenario is the electric school bus and priority rebate scenario with the Clean School Bus program. This is from the first rebate round. But as you can see here, there's a significant chunk that the program provides, which is why we highly encourage everyone here to apply for this upcoming round or this current round of funding. In the first round, the total amount was for an electric school bus that was provided was $395,000. We put in $362,000 in the analysis here, just based off of bus purchase price of $352,000 and the $10,000 rebate that was available for the charger the first round. And this brought the TCO all the way down to $208,000. I mean, that's a substantial amount of money. And so this is a clear reason why funding programs such as this and various other utility and state programs that may be available are really important here. And then this last scenario is a stacking scenario. This one doesn't include the Clean School Bus program, but it does include Volkswagen funds. It includes the USDA Community Facilities Programs funds. It includes stuff from electric utilities, and brings the total cost of ownership all the way down to $200,000. So this is why we highly encourage stacking as well. The CSBP application doesn't allow for you to stack it with other federal incentives. However, you can use the tax credits with the CSBP funds, and you can also stack this with local or state incentive programs as well. This actually comes out of an example in Knox County, Missouri. So this is actually what happened. And I know that in Pellston, Michigan, there is a school district that was able to procure its buses for virtually no cost through this stacking method. So definitely important to be strategic here. I also want to note that 30C, the infrastructure credit, which can give up to $100,000, is applicable for the ESB scenarios here as well. All in all, I say this to make the point that the TCO for an electric school bus can be hundreds of thousands of dollars less than the TCO of a diesel burning bus, especially when considering the lower lifetime costs for an electric bus and the lower maintenance costs over time. So with the money that's saved, you can reinvest that into the classroom, all while eliminating those harmful tailpipe emissions mentioned earlier by Tanya. So that's it from me today. I know that we are 8 minutes over, But please feel free to reach out with any questions. We are more than happy to help you through this process. And I will hand it back to Tyra.
Thank you so much, Alice, for sharing with us the funding opportunities that are available right now. And thank you everyone for attending today. We hope that you found the information interesting and informative and can pass it along. Please look out for an email from us with links to resources that were discussed and a link to the recording of this webinar.